Thickies, welcome back to Thick Girls Guide, your official guide for all things fashion, lifestyle, and traveling. And in today's video, I have part 2 of how to build your wardrobe from the ground up. And I hope you guys saw the first video, had really good information about the basics and the foundation of your wardrobe, and now we're just adding on to that. So let's dive right in. Before we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, join the Thick Girl gang, and give this video a thumbs up. Let's get into it. Right, so my last video, again, it covered the basics of your wardrobe, just the bare bones, what you should have for your, honestly, basics are pretty boring. They're typically neutral colors, solid, they are the foundation. So you can't really have a complete wardrobe without them. So if you haven't watched that, I will link that at the end of this video. Definitely check it out. But this video is now expanding on top of that. So how many items should you have in each category? Kind of some different steps to take to figure out kind of what your style is, how to find the correct styles for you, and going into all of that to rebuild your entire wardrobe. So let's dive into step 1, which I'm calling research and trial and error. So the first thing that you want to do now that you have your basics set is you need to find your style. And it's okay if it's changed over the years. I know that mine is definitely not the same as it was 10 years ago. I doubt yours is either. And it's okay to adopt new styles and have more than one style as well. So you are allowed to have multiple styles, and that's totally fine. That's what makes fashion so fun. You can also mix styles, which is super fun. So that's the first thing. And if you're not sure what style you are or what styles you like, a great resource is Pinterest. I absolutely love Pinterest. They have such great ideas. People have put together so many fun styles. There's a ton of like how-to guides. I think there's style quizzes on there as well. So a lot of great resources on Pinterest in and of itself. I am pinning things all the time. Been a fan of Pinterest for probably 10 years now. I love that you can categorize things. So really, really good stuff on there. The other thing you can do is obviously watch styling videos here on YouTube. There is a ton of different content from people kind of going through their closets, people talking about different body types, which, speaking of which, if you guys want me to make videos on the different body types and kind of how to style best for those body types, let me know down below. Somebody just had a question recently about what type of skirt she should wear, which is kind of more of an apple shape. And so I gave her a recommendation, but I thought that might be great content ideas and helpful for you guys. So comment down below if you do want to see something like that. I can absolutely put that together. But yes, styling channels on YouTube are a great resource as well. The other thing is look up different styling accounts on TikTok. Okay, TikTok is my new obsession. Comment down below if you're with me on that. It's addictive, it so is. So I definitely have to be careful and monitor, how much I'm on it. But they have really great, just short little videos on styling and how to put different outfits together. So it's not going to take up a ton of your time, but it still gives you a lot of ideas, gets the wheels kind of turning. Which is great. The other thing that you can do is go into an actual store and try a bunch of things on. And even the things that you kind of look at and you're just like, I don't know about that. I mean, give it a try. You know, it's not costing you anything except a little bit of time. But I've done that before, and I have found things that I didn't think I would like that I absolutely loved. And I also found a new style by doing that. So it is something that can be really fun. And again, you can find new pieces and new styles just trying it out. If you don't want to go into the stores and do that, you can also place orders on any of the plus size clothing retailers' websites. Just double check their return policy, but places like Lane Bryant and Torrid and Avenue and stuff like that, they all have, 60, 90-day return policies. But order things that are just like a little bit out of your comfort zone, and try it on in the privacy of your own home. And then if you hate it, no problem there. You can just return it and send it back. So those are just some suggestions on how to start finding your styles and what you like, what you don't like, and kind of embracing some newness. And that's what I meant by trial and error, right? So trying on different things, getting outside of your comfort zone, challenging and pushing yourself a little bit, that's okay. The next thing is that you also have to look at your lifestyle. So are you working from home? Are you working in an office setting? What's the dress code if you are? Is it a more casual setting? Is it more upscale where you have to be a little bit more dressed up? Kind of a mix of both? Are you a mom that's always on the go? Are you kind of out on the town a lot? Are you more of a homebody? So you really got to take a look at your life and what is going to fit within your life. So obviously, if you're a mom that's on the go and maybe you don't have a job, or you just kind of have a little part-time job or something like that, you're not going to need all this kind of wear to work trousers and the button-up blouse and all that kind of stuff. You're going to need more, t-shirts and jeans, and kind of more casual options. So that's why there's a big difference between the two. But if you are a working mom who does have to go to the office, well, you're going to need a mix of both, right? You're going to need that casual attire, probably for the weekends. And when you get home, you just want to be comfortable, but you might have to dress up for the office where you do need more upscale wear to work clothing. So that's really where you have to take a look at your lifestyle and what garments you're actually going to be needing and you're actually going to be wearing. No matter what your lifestyle is, there's still no one size fits all for a wardrobe. So you've really got to tailor it to who you are and your lifestyle. It's going to be different for everyone across the board. So these are just general guidelines. And again, you're going to have to change this to and adapt it to your life and what you're going to wear the most and get the most use out of. All right, so on to step 2, which is rounding out your wardrobe. So the golden rule is 80% of timeless classic pieces and 20% trendy. The trendy is what's going to kind of switch out the most, and then your timeless classic pieces are what's going to stay the majority of the time. Also, from an article from Vogue magazine, they advise that a sufficient wardrobe consists of about 74 pieces total. And it said in there that it would give you about 20 outfits. 74 pieces will give you a heck of a lot more than 20 outfits, so I'm not sure who was researching that. Their math isn't mathing. But we're going to take the 74 pieces and I've broken down a list for you guys of the different categories, about how many items you should have of each, and then the kind of range that it can go from. So kind of the lower range, where you're kind of more minimal, up to kind of a higher range where you need some more options. Okay, so starting out with bottoms. So to start with is good old denim. So I absolutely love denim. Jeans, I think, are an essential part of any wardrobe. They are so incredibly versatile. You can dress them up, you can dress them down. They are super comfortable as long as you're getting the right size. So my recommendation is a minimum of 3 different pairs of denim, up to about 5 or 6 pairs. I would say more along the lines of you probably will be fine with 5. But if you go with the 3, I would recommend at least 3 different washes of denim, And this is not including like any kind of distressing, anything like that. This is going to be just your basic light wash, your basic dark wash, and your basic medium wash, none of which will have distressing on them. So if you want to get a little bit more fancy and you want to get some kind of ripped jeans or with fading and whatnot on them, then after you have your basic pairs, then I would go above and beyond that with the kind of the funner, more trendy denim and add maybe a couple more pairs of those. So total about 3 to 5, you should be good with that. With trousers, I recommend one, if you're not working in an office setting where you have to wear trousers and work slacks to work all the time. If you are having to wear kind of slacks and nice trousers to work all the time, I would recommend at least 3 to 5 pairs of those. Now, if you're not having to wear slacks and trousers to work, you can substitute that 3 to 5 pairs for different kinds of pants. There are kind of like almost like jogger pants where they're still like a nice pant, but they're not like the structured kind of more like slacks. They're not uncomfortable like those are, but they're still like you can do different colors, different patterns and stuff like that, kind of add some pizzazz into your wardrobe and still have a few different pairs for different types of pants other than denim. For shorts and capris, I would recommend about 2 to 3. If you're a big shorts or capri person, then obviously you can add to that. I personally am, and I wouldn't really ever use more than 2 to 3, to be honest. Again, you can still wear in the summer season your other pants and denim and all of that. For skirts, I would recommend about 2 to 3 as well. I think a classic pencil skirt is a must for me. Also maybe like a nice A-line skirt that goes down to about the knees. And I personally love a long maxi skirt, but if you prefer something like a mini skirt or something like that, you can absolutely throw that in. And for the bottoms, that would total anywhere from 8 pieces at a minimum to 16 pieces if you did the maximum of all those categories. The next category is tops. For button-ups, I recommend every wardrobe to at least have one just for your basics. But if you're wearing those to work all the time, I would recommend to have up to 5, just one for every single day of the week. Again, these are extremely versatile. You can style them a multitude of different ways. So if you're a fan of button-ups, maybe go with the, more than one piece. I personally am not a fan of button-ups, so I have one and we'll stick with that. The next is just blouses, and these are kind of like nicer blouses that you can kind of dress up or down. So I recommend about 6 to 8 of those. Camis and tank tops, again, this is not like the casual camis and tank tops that are kind of in the basics. These are kind of like nicer printed tank tops, again, that you can dress up or down. I recommend 4 to 5. Casual tops such as this, like just kind of, it's not really like a t-shirt, it's got a long sleeve on it, but it's just very casual and comfortable. I recommend about 5 to 6. T-shirts, 3 to 4, again, your black and white basic, and then you can kind of add in a couple colors if you'd like to. If you're someone who is kind of home most of the time or working from home, then you may take out some of the blouses that you really don't need, add some more t-shirts or comfortable casual tops. Again, kind of manipulate it to your lifestyle. Sweaters, 3 to 4. Tunic tops, at least 1, maximum of 3. I personally have a bunch because I love, love, love that style. So again, adopt it to your lifestyle. And then we've got the trendy tops, so like the fun, glittery, sparkle, wild print, about 3 to 5. And that would total up to be about 25 up to 35 pieces total. The next category is overpieces and jackets / coats. I just lump jackets and coats all together, to be honest. But for the overpieces, I recommend at least 1 to 2 of your kind of shorter, basic, classic cardigans. Again, you can wear these to work. You can wear this on a date night. You can go to a meeting in it. All of that, like, they're just so universal and classic. So definitely a must. Long line cardigans, which are the ones that come down to about your like mid calf. Sometimes they go to the floor depending on how long they are. I do recommend to have at least 1 to 2 of those. Again, those can be casual. Those can go over a dress. This can go over a skirt. They're just cozy and comfortable. So a long line cardigan, definitely I would go along with 2. I have a ton actually. So, but I'm a maximalist. Again, if you haven't watched this channel, we have an extensive wardrobe, okay? So for the regular person, 1 to 2 would be totally fine. Jackets, I do recommend about 4 to 5 different styles of jackets. I have 5 listed out here. So the first one is a leather jacket. The second is a denim jacket. Third is some kind of casual jacket. So for me, I love like the bomber jacket style, a little bit more urban, but you can do, you know, a multitude of different styles for a casual jacket. The second is a nice kind of like either a pea coat or nice coat that you can wear out for like dinners and whatnot in the winter season, go to, you know, work events and stuff like that. And then a nice heavy coat, especially if you're in a colder climate area, that is absolutely a must. Again, here in California, I have one, but I like never use it because it's not needed. But if you're somewhere in like Minnesota where it like snows all the time and it's freezing, you're definitely going to need that, and you may need more than one, but at least have one. So for over pieces and jackets slash coats, it is a minimum of 6 pieces and it goes up to 9 pieces. The next category I have for you is dresses. So in the basics video, I said if you only have one dress, make it the little black dress. So that's included in this. Again, that is so universal just to have. You can dress it up or down. It can be something that just gets so much use in your closet. But in addition to that, I have kind of like a casual little fun sundress, a kind of a fancier dress, maybe with some sparkles and whatnot for special occasions. I recommend a maxi dress, so that's to the floor, long length, kind of more casual dress. And then also I recommend a shirt dress. And that is more for like wear to work. You can definitely style that a multitude of different ways. And it's still professional, but it can also be casual. So I think that's just a very versatile style of dress personally. You can obviously substitute that out as well if you don't like that style. But that would be a total of 5 different dresses. The next category is shoes. So this one's definitely subjective because I know like a lot of people can't wear certain styles or they're very uncomfortable. So take this with a grain of salt. These are just recommendations. The first one is heels. I recommend about 1 to 3 pairs. If you're a shoe lover, you may have a lot more than that. I can't deal with heels. So I'm good with 0 personally, but they do elevate looks. And so if you do love heels, then by all means, at least 1 to 3 pairs. The next one is flats. Again, 1 to 3 pairs. Boots, whether they be tall or short, I recommend a minimum of 2. If you're going to go with 2, I would recommend like a knee-high boot and then a kind of an ankle boot or moto boot or something like that. And then up to 4 pairs. Tennis shoes, I would recommend 2 to 4 pairs. This includes like kind of a walking or workout shoe, but also kind of like other little tennis shoes that you can pair with different outfits. Like to me, I need an all white tennis shoe, maybe an all black for different outfits, and then, you know, maybe another kind of really comfortable walking shoe. Or sorry, the next shoe is sandals. So I recommend at least 2 to 3 pairs of sandals, and totaling all of those up, it's a minimum of 8 pairs of shoes, and then it goes up to about 17 pairs of shoes. And I think the average, I want to say, for a person is about 20 pairs of shoes. It might be more for women, which does not shock me. And then we have the accessories, and I've got listed out just a few here. We're not going overboard, but for scarves, I would recommend about 1 to 2 that can help jazz up an outfit. Hats, 1 to 2 as well. Some people just aren't hat people, so I would just, if you're not, just toss that out and maybe add some more scarves or whatnot if you like those. Jewelry, if you're going kind of more minimal, I would recommend a minimum of 6 pieces. Reason being, I would go for a set of silver and a set of gold, so you have the different metals, and then that's kind of including like earrings, necklace, and then either a ring or some kind of bracelet in both metals. And then for handbags, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm a handbag fanatic, so I put 1 million, duh. But if you're not like me and obsessed with handbags, 2 to about 4 should be fine. If you're going with 2, I would make them obviously very classic. So maybe like a black and then a brown or a cognac color. But me, I have, 1 million. So overall, that would total on the low end about 10 pieces for accessories, and on the high end about 14. So if I total up the entire list, it's about 62 pieces at a minimum and about 96 items on the higher end. And as always, just because not everyone has money to pump into a wardrobe or a brand new wardrobe, I would definitely recommend, from when you go through your closet, make sure you're looking through all the different items that you have, and from this list you may be able to narrow down what you actually need to purchase by quite a bit. So definitely shop your own closet, utilize what you have already, and then go in and add the pieces that are needed to kind of round out your wardrobe. So you don't have to spend $1 million on building an entire wardrobe. It will definitely take time to find pieces that you like and that match your style. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and that is it for my How to Build Your Wardrobe from the Ground Up Part 2. That's it, guys. So we'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content and give this video a thumbs up. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.